friends, hope you guys are doing well and welcome to another video. So today we are going to be learning about the file system of both Linux and Windows, but I'm going to be also doing a comparison of these two file systems. So let's get started without any further ado. So when you enter the Windows, you will either directly enter the default as quick access here, or in this PC, I am entering this PC as default. It will vary from machine to machine, but it will show your files here as well as your device and drivers. While in Linux, it generally defaults to the home directory for the specific user that you are logged into. Now to get to the comparable directory in Windows, to get here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna enter this drive, and now I'm going to be going under the users and then go to then these are actual users, and here you will see all your user directories, and now these two these two functions perform the same function where you can store your downloads, movies, pictures, etc. But what I want to show you real quick here is that how to get to this directory from your file system or from your root directory. So within Linux, the primary difference here from the root directory is the naming of it, home instead of users here, as you can see. But then you have your username and you are in this user directory. So if I bring in my Windows File Explorer here and I go to view and then hidden items, then show the hidden items, we will be given our app data folder, and here is where a lot of our actual profile local data is stored. So this is actually the primary hidden directory within your actual user profile. Now Windows kinda has the same thing, but they are called dot files, and the primary purpose for these is to store your individual user configuration or specific application profiles, such as what we saw in Windows. So first of all, to see the hidden files, we have to just do Ctrl+H. So an example of this is either the .cache, which will have our cache configuration. In here, there's quite a few different things stored that we can go ahead and customize, such as your own Nemo config, etc. But if we go ahead and go back, that is one is pretty popular to go ahead and play with, is your .bash rc file. So bash rc is basically the terminal shell that you are probably running right now if you are running Linux. There are other ones such as fish, but bash rc seems to be the popular one. Now I'm gonna open my terminal, and so there's nothing special going on here. And now I'm going to be opening my bash rc file, and I'm going to be entering a very simple command, that is ls -a, and now I'm going to be just clicking save, and so now I'm going to be opening my terminal again, and as you can see, the program has already been run here, ls -a, which shows me the hidden files in the current directory I am in. So it is showing that. So this is actually an example of example of configuration edit within the Linux file system. So now what we're gonna do is talk about one of the most important and fundamental differences between these two systems, that is how drives are connected to the file system. In Windows, here you could see that all drives are separated and they are marked by a specific letter. The C drive is your main drive, or basically your root drive, and then anything else that's connected to your system is going to be given a separate letter, for example DE, etc., and be separated from your main file system. Now we are gonna go ahead and look at Linux. It is working in a completely different way. Additional drives, USB hard drives, or anything like that is actually going to be mounted within your root file system. So instead of separation, we see here some of the directories within this file system are actually going to be where specific drives are mounted, and the two that we are going to be looking at right now is the media and mount directory here. So when you go ahead and plug in a USB, insert a CD drive or whatever, is generally going to be controlled or mounted in the media directory by the distribution itself, while the mount directory is the user defined mounting points. A situation that you would want to define a mounting point is if you have something like a backup hard drive in your system, you want it to automatically mount all the time. This directory is a great mounting point, and you would do this by editing the fstab file. So one thing that's really cool about Linux is you can like set up your home directory to be a completely separate drive that is mounted on your system. So if anything goes wrong with anything else, or you want to change distributions or anything like that, this could be like a completely separate drive. So your entire user profile, all your dot files and all your important documents or whatever they are on a completely separate drive than the drive your Linux distribution is actually installed on. So this is for today, and I'm going to be there are more three differences, and I'm going to be telling them to you in another video. So please click the subscribe button if you like the video, and press the notifications bell so that you get to know whenever I post the next video on differences like Linux versus Windows file system. Thank you for watching.